Well, this is it once again, Championship Bridge, and my name is Alex Dreyer. And of course, as you know, we place two pairs of bridge experts playing against each other, rubber bridge, under the official rules of American Track Bridge. And now the man with a warm and friendly smile, the man whose daily bridge column appears in over 200 newspapers, this is Charles Goren. Once again, it is my pleasure to introduce the lady expert, Bea Schenken, who's been playing bridge for 18 years, would like most someday to play in the Bridge Olympics with her famous husband, the fabulous Howard Schenken, who has played on 3 world championship teams. He is the only American player never defeated in international competition. The challengers, first of all, Mary Jane Farrell, one of the prettiest bridge experts in the country. She hails from Los Angeles, California, has won the National Mixed Pairs and National Mixed Team titles several times. Her partner, and the man acknowledged as the greatest player on the Pacific Coast today, Lou Matthey from Los Angeles, who has been playing very successful tournament bridge for 24 years.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to welcome you back to the show again, Bea and Howard. And it's nice to see you again, Lou. I have a question to ask you this time. Some time ago, when you first came on the scene, there was a great deal of bridge interest stirring in California. Tell me, has it maintained its pace?
Oh, Charlie, I'd say that, if anything, it's accelerated. The bridge is, well, it's incredible that every year we break records in all our tournaments. Every year the teachers get more pupils, and every day more people are looking at this show, and it's just like everything else. LA's the capital of bridge, too.
Mary Jane, I know it'll appear incredible to our viewers. You have a couple of grown boys, haven't you?
Yes, I do.
And how old is the eldest?
Well, the older boy is 16 and my younger son is 11.
Does the older one play bridge?
He plays a very good, promising game of bridge. He already has 20 master points.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
Since we'll be ready to go in a minute or two, I'd like to wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charles.
Thank you, Charlie.
We conduct championship bridge on television. It's rubber bridge, and we provide $1,000 to the winning team, $500 to the losing pair. And of course, we have bonus money for slams bid and made. The winning pair comes back next week, and our impresario, Mr. Goren, will have a new set of challengers to face them. And now let's see what kind of action we get out of this match.
Good luck, darling.
Same to you, sweetie.
I hope they haven't got a monopoly and have a third win.
We can't say that, you know. We're both married to different people.
The Schenkens defending their laurels against challengers Lou Matthey and charming Mary Jane Farrell. Bea Schenken has completed the dealing, and she will bid first. Say, 7 hearts, 4 spades, and 2 singletons there. Should she preempt in hearts, Charlie? Huh?
No, Alex. She has too many high card points to preempt. She should bid 1 heart and let nature take its course.
1 heart.
So she does. Here's Lou Matthey, and should he double the heart opener, huh?
There is a chance that he might double. On the other hand, while he is well prepared for a response in the minors, he's not too well prepared for the majors.
Pass.
Lou Matthey is awaiting developments.
A trap pass, huh? Now the great Howard Schenken, winner in his career of almost every title in the bridge world. His partner opened 1 heart, and he's buoyed in hearts.
Well, a mild form of action for Howard would be to show his 6-card suit.
2 clubs.
And so he did, Charlie, and now Mary Jane Farrell. Gosh, she's pretty, and she's won a number of national tournaments. Her partner has passed. Well, Mary Jane will also have to be patient on this one.
Pass.
Now Bea Schenken, she opened 1 heart and partner bid 2 clubs.
She might conceivably bid 3 hearts, but I don't recommend it. I don't believe in jumping when the only excuse is length of suit.
4 hearts.
4 hearts? That's a rather bold bid. My own choice would have been 2 hearts.
I see.
She has a bare minimum in high cards.
All right, Lou Matthey. It's a decent hand, but nothing he can do now, I guess.
Pass.
Howard Schenken and partner has just jumped to 4 hearts.
If Howard bids again, Bea would have grounds for divorce in several states.
No bid.
I pass.
Mrs. Schenken opened with 1 heart. Mr. Matthey might possibly have doubled for a takeout, but he decided to adopt the conservative course and passed. Schenken chose to respond with 2 clubs. This will be doubtful in the eyes of some players, but with a void in hearts, Mr. Schenken was disinclined to respond with one no-trump. Mary Jane Farrell passed, and now Mrs. Schenken made a distinctly aggressive rebid when she jumped to 4 hearts. Note in high cards her opening bid is really a minimum.
B. Schenken playing a 4-heart contract, and this is Lou Matthey's hand that we'll take a look at. Let's watch him now select his opening lead. It's the 3 of diamonds from his 4 to the jack. Howard tables the dummy, and remember he has no trumps. Was B. Schenken's 4-heart bid too aggressive? We'll soon know. B. Schenken studying the dummy carefully. But she's smiling and confident, or is she? She selects the 9. Mary Jane Farrell tosses the 5. B. Schenken captures her first trick with her singleton ace. 4 hearts is the contract. B now attacks trumps, leading her king. There's Matthey's ace. Dummy void in trumps contributes a club, and this is the first trick for the defense. Then they need 3 more to set this 4-heart contract. Matthey cashes his ace of clubs.
Matthey may continue clubs after this trick, Alex, in the hopes that Mary Jane can trump it. Let's watch.
All right, Matthey's ace of clubs wins the second trick for the defense. And you are right, Charlie. Matthey pounds back another club. Dummy plays the 8. No trump from Mary Jane. She plays her king. And Clara B. Schenken roughs it with a low trump. That's her second trick. Attacking trumps again, B plays the good queen. Matthey has one. A diamond discarded from dummy. Mary Jane can't contest it, while 2 trumps, including the high jack, still out against B, and her smile is gone. She plays trumps again and hopes both defensive trumps will fall. Matthey shows out. That marks Mary Jane for both trumps. There's one of them, her good jack. Defense now has book against 4 hearts. Mary Jane leads a small spade.
Mary Jane is afraid of dummy's good clubs, and she wants to knock out the ace of spades while she still has 1 trump left.
Well, that's what happened, Charlie. Matthey's king forced dummy's ace. And dummy now cashes the good club queen. But Mary Jane trumps it with her last small heart, and I see what you... The dummy is dead now, and B. Schenken is locked in her hand. She must win the balance. But can she avoid a spade loser? B plays the good trump. A bit of a squeeze, huh? Matthey discards a spade.
Yeah, B must face up to her problem in spades after this trick, Alex.
Yes, and the ace, king, queen of spades have been played, remember, and I'm anxious to see how she will handle the balance of the spade suit. B now cashes her good jack of spades. It must capture the 10 to win this contract. No 10 from Matthey. No 10 from Mary Jane. She's a very unhappy lady, B. Schenken. And B helplessly now leads her 5 of spades. Matthey shows out. Dummy its remaining 9. And there's the setter. Mary Jane's 10, down 1. And B is claiming the balance for their good trump and high 7 of spades. What about the play of that hand, Charlie?
B. Schenken had the opportunity to make her contract at trick 7 when Mary Jane led a low spade. This, of course, was a desperation lead made necessary because clubs were established in dummy. Mary Jane's purpose was to attack dummy's only entry card, the ace of spades, while she still held a trump. Now B. Schenken, after long deliberation, played the queen of spades, covered by Matthey with the king, and taken in dummy with the ace. This set up Mary Jane's 10 for the setting trick. Observe, however, that if B had played the 7 of spades from her hand, instead of the queen, Matthey's king would have been at the mercy of dummy's ace 9, and B could have brought home the entire spade suit. In that manner, she would have made 4.
And for setting the Schenkens 1 trick on their 4-heart contract, Lou Matthey and Mary Jane Farrell draw first blood with 50 points. And the Schenkens again bought a heart contract, this time for 5, and made it, scoring 150 below for game. They are now vulnerable as we go into hand 3 of championship bridge.
I'm tired of Yarbroughs.
What you need?
Oh, you'll probably get a big hand.
That's all right.
Hey, you.
Shoot if you must, this old gray head. but give her some cards.
Howard Schenken has completed the dealing of hand 3.
You dealt there, Lucky.
Howard and B are vulnerable. 5 spades, 6 clubs. The best thing he can do here is hope his partner bids spades for clubs. He certainly can't.
I dealt, and I pass.
Now Mary Jane Farrell. Gee, that's a beautiful heart suit, and held by such a pretty gal.
Well, you're going to hear a very pretty heart bid.
1 heart.
Now B. Schenken, her partner has passed. B can dream about her paintings on this hand. She's done some lovely pastels.
Pass.
Now Lou Matthey, partner has opened the bidding with 1 heart. Well, I'd bid 2 diamonds, Charlie, if you'll let me.
I approve, Alex, and I believe Matthew will, too.
2 diamonds.
You see how well I've been reading your book? Now Howard Schenken.
No bid.
Mary Jane Farrell, she opened 1 heart and partner responded 2 diamonds.
The normal thing here is to jump to 3 hearts, but she may prefer some fancier bid.
3 clubs.
This is actually forcing,
I see.
particularly since her partner responded at the level of 2. It isn't exactly my style, and I do think it's a bit daring.
Pass.
Now Matthey, partner has bid hearts and clubs.
See how nice it is? You have no problems this hand.
What should he do now, Charlie? What do you think, huh?
At this point, he must show partner his good heart support. A mere preference for hearts would not do justice to his holding.
4 hearts.
Well, that's no preference. That's a jump bid, just as you suggested, Charlie.
No bid.
Mary Jane Farrell.
Well, after Matthew's encouraging jump in hearts, she naturally must be thinking of slam.
4 and a trump.
That's Blackwood.
Pass.
Lou Matthey, tell your partner in the world, how many aces have you, old boy? Come on now.
5 hearts.
Lou reveals he has 2 aces.
Pass.
And so to Mary Jane. The partnership is off but 1 ace, and should she seek slam, Charlie?
She should try for it, Alex.
6 hearts.
And she goes for it.
Pass.
Pass.
The very cool, calm, taciturn, and composed Mr. Schenken.
It's your lead.
Does that mean you pass?
That means I pass.
Okay.
What about that bidding, Charlie?
To recapitulate, Mrs. Farrell opened the bidding with a heart, and Lou Matthey made the response of 2 diamonds. Mary Jane chose to bid 3 clubs. There is no risk involved in this bid because a new suit at the level of 3, when responder has taken out previously at the 2 level, is forcing for at least 1 round. Matthey decided to do something colorful and jumped from 3 clubs to 4 hearts. This is not as drastic as it might appear to be, for in this sequence of bids, Mrs. Farrell is marked with at least a 5-card heart suit. Observe that she cannot have 4 hearts. With 4 hearts and 4 or 5 clubs, the proper opening bid would have been 1 club. Mary Jane then proceeded to ask for aces, and when she found out that Matthey had 2, she quite properly contracted for a slam in hearts.
All right, we're in the slam atmosphere now. Mary Jane Farrell declared 6 hearts. And this is charming B. Schenken's hand. She chose her opening lead there, the ace of spades. There's Matthey's dummy. This is a thoughtful declarer here. And let's look over Mary Jane's shoulder now and see if the fates will grace her efforts with success. She plays low from dummy. Howard follows. Mary Jane drops her blank king. That's booked for the defense against 6 hearts. B. Schenken returns another spade.
Mary Jane will trump the spade and then tackle the trump suit. Let's watch.
All right, Mary Jane wins her first trick with the trump. Declarer looks lost in thought here. She must win the balance.
With 10 trumps, of course, she's an overwhelming favorite to drop the queen.
Well, I don't have any of those.
No
You
hearts,
must be
Black.
kidding.
Honest, no odds.
How many do you have?
Down 1.
That really is a bad break.
She must lose the queen of trumps. What freakish distribution, Charlie. That was an ill-fated, unlucky slam. Howard Schenken had all 3 trumps.
That's a tough one.
It really is.
Ill-fated indeed.
With the spade opening, Mary Jane had to give up a trick to the ace at once, and with the extremely unfortunate division of the trumps, there was no way for her to avoid losing a trick to the Queen of Hearts. This is a tragic holding from the declarer's standpoint, for with 10 trumps out, the odds against losing to the Queen are enormous. Notice that a different opening lead would have afforded her the opportunity to make her contract, for then her singleton king of spades could be discarded on one of dummy's high diamonds.
One trick, the Schenkens had 50 points to their total. Mary Jane had the consolation of 100 honors. The Schenkens are still vulnerable as they enter the backstretch and head for the wire. Anyone's match, although the Schenkens have the advantage of vulnerability, and obviously they would like to add this one to their string. Mary Jane is the dealer. She can't take any action despite those 6 spades, and Charlie?
Right, Alex. She must pass.
I don't. And pass.
Over to B. Schenken. It would be inhuman to wish that hand even on one's enemy.
Pass.
Now Matthew in 3rd position. 3 aces, Charlie.
He has a sound opening bid in any position, Alex.
Uh-huh.
1 club.
Now over to Howard Schenken. His partner has passed. Say, Matthew took his club bid away. What does one do in this case, Charlie? Huh?
Well, he's faced with a somewhat awkward situation. I think he'll probably pass and then on a later round come back into the auction with a bid in clubs.
3 clubs.
3 clubs is a bold statement announcing he is a real club suit.
I see. Now Mary Jane, partner's club bid has just been overcalled in kind. 3-fold.
It's a question now whether Mary Jane will enter the bidding.
3 spades.
And she does. B. Schenken.
Pass.
Now Lou Matthew.
His problem is whether to push on to 4 spades or to lie in ambush for another possible Schenken club bid.
4 spades.
And 4 spades will win this match, Charlie. Now Howard Schenken.
5 clubs would be absolute suicide.
I see.
He has no choice but to try and set 4 spades.
No bid.
He agrees. Now Mary Jane.
Pass.
B. Schenken, and is the Schenken dynasty coming to an end?
You're vulnerable, you know.
Pass.
Now, would you review that bidding for us, Charlie?
After 2 passes, Lou Matthew in 3rd position, holding 3 aces and a 5-card suit, reasonably decided to open with 1 club. Mr. Schenken's position was a bit touchy, for if Mr. Matthew was trying to pull the wool over his eyes, it was important for him to climb aboard. But Schenken resolved the dilemma by bidding 3 clubs. Mary Jane Farrell, observing that the water was getting muddy, made a supporting free bid of 3 spades, which under the circumstances enlists my complete approval. B. Schenken passed, and Matthew boldly went on to 4 spades, the final contract.
All right, Mary Jane will be fighting to make 4 spades. She and Lou Matthew will be our new champions if she makes this contract. And this is B. Schenken's hand. She's selecting her opening lead. It's the 6 of clubs, partner's bid suit. And Lou Matthew tables his dummy. And one wonders if Mary Jane wasn't expecting more. It's pretty blank except for those 3 aces. Mary Jane plays the 7 from dummy. Howard Schenken the jack. Mary Jane Boyd in clubs trumps with a low spade for her first trick.
Mary Jane faces a real challenge here. She's in a very difficult contract.
Yes, indeed. And there she leads a low diamond.
Oh, dear. She'd do better to play hearts and try to set up 2 heart ruffs in dummy.
All right, dummy's ace-1 declares his second trick toward this 4-spade contract. Mary Jane now leads a low heart from dummy. Howard Schenken his queen. Declarer Mary Jane tosses the 5. B. Schenken follows low. Howard's queen wins the first trick for the defense. Now what will Howard do? He returns a diamond, the good king. Mary Jane helplessly follows low. Well, this will be the second trick for the defense, and Mary Jane still has another diamond loser. The ice is getting mighty thin indeed. Howard Schenken lays down his good diamond queen.
This will be book for the defense, Alex. Mary Jane still has some difficult problems to solve. In fact, they're almost insurmountable.
There you have it. That's book for the defense. Howard Schenken continues with a small diamond. Will Mary Jane discard a heart? No, she trumps with the 8 of spades.
Well, I believe she should have discarded a heart instead, and trump in the dummy.
Uh-huh. That's Mary Jane's third trick. Now she leads her jack of hearts. B casts the deuce. Dummy, its remaining ace. The question, can she prevent the opponents from taking another trick? Mary Jane now leads trumps for the first time, playing dummies 5. There's Howard's queen. Mary Jane will win this with her king. And next, I guess, she'll lead a heart from her hand and trumpet and dummy, huh? What do you think? No, Mary Jane continues trumps, leading the 3, and there are 2 trumps out against her. B. Schenken tossed the 7, you saw that, dummy the 10. Howard shows out, discarding a club. B still has a trump in her hand, and remember, the defense has book against this 4-spade contract. Now comes dummy's 8 of clubs. Howard ducks, and Mary Jane trumps high with her jack.
Well, she'll be down 2 tricks now, and I really think she could have saved a trick.
Mary Jane leads the spade. That's the last one out against her. B. Schenken's 9. Dummy's ace will win. But now Mary Jane is at the end of her rope.
Down 2.
You defended that beautifully.
Down 2.
For setting Mary Jane Farrell 2 tricks, the Schenkens score 100 points plus 300 per game on rubber. Lou Matthew and Mary Jane have 150, but the Schenkens with 600 points win this week's match of championship bridge. And for the 3rd consecutive time, our winners, B and Howard Schenken. And of course, they will receive $1,000. We also have $500 for the runners-up, Mary Jane Farrell and Lou Matthew. And now here once again is Charlie with the bridge tip.
On the 4th hand, Mr. Schenken made an unusual but very interesting bid. When Matthew opened with 1 club, Schenken overcalled immediately with 3 clubs. Now, what should this mean? Obviously, it's not a Q bid, for if Schenken so intended it, he would have overcalled 1 club with 2 clubs. It therefore must designate a hand with a very good club suit, at least 6 cards long. And so he had. Mary Jane and Lou, it was very nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And I want to compliment you on a splendid performance, despite the fact that you didn't walk off with the cookies. B and Howard, it's nice to welcome you back again. And next week, I hope to have you back to meet a new pair of challengers. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be here.
Now remember, the inimitable Schenkens, they'll be back again next week to face a new set of challengers, the great Iowa football coach, Forrest Evashevsky, and from New York City, Sam Roseanne. And now, this is Alex Dreyer and Charles Goren saying goodbye from Championship Bridge.
Samsonite, official championship bridge furniture provided by Schwader Brothers. Bicycle playing cards, the official playing cards of Championship Bridge. And we wish to thank the U.S. Playing Card Company for helping us to produce Championship Bridge.